What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. Today we are going to take a look at the charts as usual. Make sure you go down under the video, smash that thumbs up. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes. I notice a lot more people have been liking and subscribing to the videos, so also subscribe if you haven't already. If you want these daily updates, I try to keep them pre-market. This one's going to be a little bit quicker than usual. I'm going to try to make it quicker than usual. So we're going to take a look at the longer term time frames, the Dow, the DXY. Then we're going to look at Bitcoin, get it down all the way down to the 1 hour and show you some areas to watch. Hopefully that part is still valid when this video releases. Then we're going to look at our Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, gold, and silver long-term charts and see what's going on. Remember, watching the whole market gives you a better idea of what's happening. Could we get a big bounce today? That's possible. It's all depending on the traditional. Now, if the traditional has a fake rally in the morning, usually 10 a.m. as a reversal, then that would continue the downside for Bitcoin. But if it continues up, we may get that fake rally. You know, we'll talk about those targets. Anyways, so this is the Dow Jones. We've been watching this forever. Once we broke this level, we're looking for that 30,700 point. Now, remember, if this does not hold at any time, if we break this, there is a possibility, and you need to look at this, that this could possibly happen. We could see a huge dump in the Dow, just like the Great Depression back in 1929. It's not guaranteed to happen. If this can be avoided, then maybe Bitcoin can be higher and Bitcoin bottomed. I personally don't think Bitcoin has bottomed, and we'll talk about that here in a few. Let's look at the DXY. So the DXY, if we put a rising channel in here, we have got a nice bounce so far off of there. As you guys know, my next targets for DXY is around 105 and then 105.5, 106, possibly a rejection there, maybe getting another little small trend reversal and then continue the upside over the coming year or so. I've been talking about this for a long time. You can go to yesterday's video and I look at the monthly and show you the crazy targets. Now, this is the Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart. We've been looking at this since December 2nd. You can check it on my YouTube page, the first one to call that. Does it mean it's going to happen? No, but it's definitely something you got to look at. A lot of people don't want to look at this stuff just because they want to hold. And if you're a holder and that's your thing, have at it. I prefer trading. You can make a lot more money because you can make money while the markets go up and the markets go down. So yeah, let's look at this. So if this was to happen, the bottom would be sometime the middle or end of 2023. Could be as low as the 3,700 bucks, maybe even lower if the stock market really crashes, like I believe is very possible. So something to consider, keep in the back of your mind, especially if you're a hodler. If you can handle this, and if you know Amazon took 10 years to break this all-time high. So if this was to play out, it could be a long time before you see Bitcoin break the all-time high. Just something to consider. Can you handle just having your money in there that long? If so, you'll probably be all right in the long run. But remember, there's no guarantees in any market about anything. So what I do on this channel is I share my opinions, my views, and it's up to you to decide what you want to do. You know, watch everybody else's bullish, watch their bearish and bullish videos, kind of make up your mind, but learn to trade. And it's like an endless bank account in the markets. So let's take a look at, this is the long-term macro view. As you guys know, we have broken this. We have broken this trend channel right here around that 38.7. We talked about that. I think we'll eventually get down to this next level. If not, if we do get back up and break this level up here around the 41 to 42,000, and we start getting weekly supports, this is a weekly hit. If we start getting weekly support up here, then possibly we could have a bottom. I personally don't think that has happened yet. We do have higher targets for a fake out. We'll talk about that here in a minute. So this is the weekly chart. We broke here. We knew once we broke this, we were going to look for this 20 mid to lower 20 range. We did almost hit our target here. I still think it has further to go. We've talked about before, once we break this, we could come back up and retest before continuing down. Now, if we did that, would be around the $35,000 range. Now, remember, this is the weekly, so it can wick up above this and then continue down. And we'll take a look at those targets, like I said, in the 1 hour. If you look here on the RSI, we still have plenty more room to come down to the downside. That doesn't mean we don't get a spike up first and then continue down. But if we tag this trend line on the bottom, once we do that, then we could start talking about possibly Bitcoin bottomed. If you guys are interested in trading, check out PrimeXBT, by far my favorite exchange. I am having a free contest on there. It's the Savvy Trading Clash. All you have to do, sign up just using an email. There's still time to join. I think there's 10 days left in the contest. But you hit the contest section up here, and you can trade altcoins, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from this exchange. And you can do that in the contest. So you don't just have to trade Bitcoin. But if you go to the contest section, it's right here. Savvy's Trading Clash has 9 days left in the competition. There are some prizes in there. There's 10 prizes going from 5,000 all the way down to I think 500 maybe, or 50 bucks, something like that. Anyways, all you have to do to join is sign up using your email and my link down below. And once you click it here, you hit join, and then it'll ask for a key. You put in 777 777. And again, it's totally free. You don't have to risk your own money. So it's a great way to learn this platform. You can, if you are trading on there with your own money, you can use Savvy50 promo code. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Now let's look at the daily. So as you guys know, once we broke this rising broadening wedge, and again, all of this goes together. You can't just look at one time frame and try to figure out what's going on. So once we broke this rising broadening wedge, our target is 24.3. Now we hit our 4 hour target. This is the daily. So there's still a good possibility we get down to this range. Like I showed you guys over here, once we broke this rising wedge, the measured move for that on the RSI is all the way down to these levels, which we have hit on all the bottoms. So once we hit this level, then I will start to talk about possibly the bottom is in. But remember, we've talked about what could happen here. You know, once we come down to this mid to lower 20s, which we have, I still think we have lower to go, but I could be wrong there. And we get up, come all the way up to maybe this 38,000, come back in here and range in here for a few months, right? Before breaking this. Once we break this, then we have lower targets. The first one being right here. If we take this as the flagpole and we measure the flagpole from when the trend broke, a lot of people don't do this correctly. Down to the bottom of the flag, and then we bring it over and put it to the bottom of the flag where it broke, and that gets us at 6,500 range. That is a very good possibility, guys, that we get down there. I know a lot of people don't believe that, but remember, everyone that was super bullish or bearish right here, right? So everybody was bearish. Now people are starting to get bullish, and that's how bear markets work. It'll bounce around in here for a while, get everybody bullish again before coming down. Now, remember, on the daily, our high is 38.5. That's where I would expect a rejection on the daily. On the weekly, like I said, we could wick above, so that would get us at 38, but it closed below at 35. Until the weekly is open and close a candle above 35, there is no reason to be bullish here. And I showed you guys yesterday, right here, the 8, the 13, and the 21 EMA crossed the 55, which is a sell signal on the weekly. Again, that doesn't mean it can't come up and retest these areas before coming down, but just be cautious, be careful out there, guys. So many people have led so many people wrong. Just be careful and don't trade off anyone's opinion, including my own. Always make your own decisions. What I do on this channel is try to help you understand markets and the charts a little better. So let's look at the 4 hours. So this is the 4 hour. If you guys watch this channel, you knew I was short in 48, closed half of the trade at 44.5, closed another half at 27, and I'm still riding the rest out. let's take a look at the RSI here. So on the RSI, we broke back above our 4-hour trend, tested it, got support, and now we are moving to the upside. Now what we're making here is a rising channel. If we do get that spike up to that 35-ish level, and again, we're going to go into the 1 hour here in a minute, so we have some different levels. Each time frame is a little different. Macro stays the same though. But if we do get one more push up, we could, you know, push up, retest this again before coming down. But if this RSI does come up here, say it hits the 32 to 35,000, the RSI will be much higher than this one over here, creating bearish divergence, actually hidden bearish divergence, which is a continuation of the trend, which would continue down. So overall, this is still a very bearish chart in my opinion. If that changes, I'll let you know. Now let's look at the 1 hour. So this is the 1 hour. This might get a little confusing, but I'll try to explain it the best I can so you can understand. You can see the rising channel in red here. So that's our first thing we're looking at. Well, actually, we're looking at this triangle on the 1 hour chart here. If we are to break, you'll notice the top of this is going to line up with the 200 EMA. That's going to be around, let's put some targets up so you guys can see this. So that's going to be around the 31,000. If we break the 31,000, then we look at the red channel, and that's going to get us up to approximately 31.7. Let's put a target there, 31.7. So if we break the 31, the next area I would look for is around this 31.7 for a rejection. This is the bullish case, guys. So if that does break, our next target would be just the measured move of this channel here. Take the width of the channel to where it broke. So if it breaks the 31.7-ish, our next target is going to be around that 34.3. I would expect a rejection there. If it remains bullish, we get above this, get support, then our next target is the measured move of this whole triangle right here. We take the widest point of the triangle and we bring it to the breakout, and that could get us as high as 40,200 range. I would definitely expect a rejection there. If you look across, that is old support and resistance. But now let's look at the bearish case. So in the bearish case, if we come down here and break this 30, let's say 29.8 again, right? The next level of support to watch for would be the bottom of this red channel around 29. If that 29, let me get this one out of here. I don't know what that's doing in there. So if that 29,000 breaks, then our next target is going to be right here. Look for a bounce around the 26.4. May get a bounce there, come back up, test that 29 range again. Once this breaks, our next target is the measured move of that triangle down to around the 20,000. Definitely a possibility, but remember in the 4 hour, we hit our target absolutely perfect here. Anyone that watches this channel knew this way ahead of time. We made that target from right up here once this channel broke, and it hit perfectly. But again, this is a 4 hour. So in the daily, you know, we have lower targets around the 23, 24. So anyways, that's what I'm looking for. This is a very tight area. So if we do get a spike up, I would expect a quick rejection down. So be careful if you are playing this trade. Ethereum. So Ethereum, we got our bounce on our 1919 level. A break of this and our next target is at 1564. Break of that, and we have our bear flag measured move down to about 680 bucks. We also have the 4 hour RSI rising wedge here. Measured move of that gets us down a lot further in the RSI. Again, guys, that doesn't mean you can't come up and retest these levels before coming down. So if Ethereum was to get a big pump up here, 2730-ish, the highest I see that going. All right, XRP, or I'm sorry, this is Litecoin. So Litecoin is currently getting rejected at the 8 EMA. You guys know my target. These Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP charts are, 6 months, a year old. Still looking for the same targets we've been looking for the whole time. This is just a measured move from the break of this rising broadening wedge People called me crazy. Still think we're headed there. XRP, playing out beautifully. Our targets are 28 if that breaks around 17. Now remember, if we're in a longer term bear market, like I believe till middle or end of 2023, these targets could all be a lot lower, right? So gold, we broke out of our rising wedge or rising channel. Now we're testing it for support. So if gold's able to get up here and get support, you know, the traditionals may have that pump we were talking about. If not, we get rejected here. Everything continues down. As you guys know, looking at this as a big ABC, and 15 to 1600 is my gold target for here. And that chart, this chart is super old too. It's actually, I think, over a year old. Silver, we almost hit our first target at 20. We are still under the EMAs, still getting rejected, showing some hidden bearish divergence, higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. If this breaks, my next target's around that 15.5-ish. Now remember, everybody always says buy gold, buy silver when the markets crash. Well, if you back test that, every time the market has crashed, gold crashed with it, silver crashed with it. The only thing that rises is the DXY. That's them getting into money, and then they buy the bottom of the markets while everybody else holds up top and just hope it comes back to them. So anyways, something to look at, something to think about. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to smash the likes. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm out.